Welcome back, Roasties. Round 15 of the NRL action is nearly upon us. I'm your host. A very cold this morning, Roasty, but Hemi, how are you doing down in Melbourne? Because today here in Parks, quite frosty.
Yes, well, we forgot to turn the heater off last night. It's actually quite warm here at Goodman HQ. I've turned it off now. We've been actually told, I don't know if you're getting this message in Parks as well, Roasty, but across the eastern seaboard, the power grids are struggling and they're actually predicting a couple of blackouts, hopefully not in the middle of this podcast, but through the day, they're a little bit worried about the power supply down here. I was just seeing on the Today Show then. So hanging in there for now, but the day is still young. See how we go.
Oh, mate, I'll tell you, the power went out on the Eels on the weekend.
It did.
The only
and my multi. The last leg.
Hey, not just your multi. I'm pretty sure it was 99% of punters had the Eels in there, either covering or 13 plus. So, very disappointing. I thought, we could probably start the show a little bit somber, but we'll start it just recognising and having a moment's silence for all the Eels fans out there. And it's over. There we go. But look, that was. I think everyone had Eels to cover there, Eels to cover easy, and the fact that the Bulldogs come out and just absolutely smash them. Not a great weekend. Not a great weekend to let it ride, as we say, Hemi.
Absolutely, and I mean there'll be more on this later, but I got to say, fair few alarm bells ringing for any West Tigers supporters this weekend. We've got to cop the Dogs straight after that as well.
Oh no, so, that is a very interesting one. We'll get on it.
Well, I don't know how interesting it'll be. I'm worried it's going to be an absolute carve-up. But anyway, we'll save that one until a bit later.
Mate, on the Tigers last week, our bet that we both combined on, that we both had this in there, was Olaquatu and Luke Garner. That's a bet slip that we should hang in the Louvre, I think, Hemi, because it was about $11, $12, and Garner being the only Tigers try scorer, and Olaquatu coming in clutch later in the match got us a great multi for that one. Great win for the brand.
That was remarkable, and that was a good one for the brand. You want to clip that soundbite up for sure, Roasty. Get that out there. Submit that to your Mumbrella Awards or your good podcasting awards, and just make a bit of noise around that sort of level of insight. Maybe delete the Stephen Crichton Man of the Match one.
Yeah.
Okay. That was brilliant. I actually learned. Obviously, Luciano Leilua is in the process of leaving the Tigers, trying to get to the Cowboys before the June 30 deadline. I actually learned that Luke Garner is also leaving the Tigers. I don't know if you were already aware of this, but he has signed for the Panthers next year, I believe, to replace Kikau. So we are massively cooked at the Tigers next year. Because probably our two. I mean, there's a couple. I mean, Dewey's back this week. That'll be good. But those back rowers are probably something we could hang our hat on down there. And now they're both gone. So,
be interesting because, I think Luch, he's not lining up this week, but he could line up for the Cowboys next week. I wonder, what do we got? 3 weeks to go before the end of June, before June 30. So I wonder if Garner. Surely they're not going to let him go as well. They're not going to give up on the season, are they? Or
no, they can't. Well, no, I don't think so. They haven't got a solution to come in yet. So very worrying though. Anyway, let's not. I'll try my best to not turn it into too much of a Tigers whinge until we get to them later in the piece.
I need to jump on, and we had another fan bet submission who came through and said,
"Oh yes."
He actually credited me. He goes, Uncle Roasty provides, and I gave you credit, Hemi. I said, no, you'll have to thank Hemi for this one. But from Caleb this week, he had Storm into Satili Tupanua, and then another same game multi of Broncos into Kotrick to score, and he multied those two multis up to get 32.93 odds.
Nicely played.
And I think that's. You say it all the time. Taking a team to win and another team try scorer gives you a lot better odds, and we've said that a lot of times. Yep, and that's those two bets are exactly that. I'm
happy to claim responsibility for that bet then as well, Roasty. He's obviously been listening to our advice, so we didn't explicitly say those legs, but the theory behind it has definitely come from listening to this show. So you're welcome. Punters, yeah.
He took another multi. It was just North Queensland 13 plus into Peter Hiku. and I was like, nah, well, I took the Dragons, so that's definitely not my bet. No, yes. Good on Caleb. And if you've got some, send them through. Let us know.
Screenshot them, tag the roast.
Yeah, post them on the story. I'm happy to share them. So
hashtag let it ride, get it trending. Let's go.
100%. But focusing on our bets for the weekend. Don't know about you, Hammy. I just want to run through. So Rabbits -7.5, Storm -5.5. Hughes stuffed me. All he had to do was run straight. He turned back inside. I had him anytime try scorer at about 370, and he bombed a try. But Broncos 6.5, bit of a bad beat there, half a point, and Manly covered. Plus our Louvre bet, which was Garner and Olakwadu, and Panthers to cover. Kick-out scored, but no Luai. I had him. Sharky's got the cash. No try scorers there, and the Eels were woeful. So we won't mention them again on the show.
Yeah, no, I think. I had a couple. Obviously, the one that we're hanging in the Louvre. I had Talakai to get one. I had the Sharkies to cover as well. So it's going pretty well there. I'm just having a quick look at the Panthers game because I think, without realising it, I may have hit another decent multi here. I had the Panthers 13+, and then I had Crichton, May, and Kikau. So there you go. I had another $11 multi in that game. So I mean, seriously, do I need to draw you guys a diagram?
Listen to the show.
I'm happy to.
The tips are there.
I'm happy to. Yeah, they are. So.
Yeah. A lot of people come in the comments and they're like, "Oh, what's your tips for this weekend?" I'm like, "Just listen to the podcast. It's free. It's out on Wednesdays. It is. Gives you every game. So don't say we don't provide something for you."
Exactly.
Mate, do we want to get on these games or
let's do it?
Yeah, let's get into it. Dragons Rabbits Thursday night footy. Rabbits -5.5 over 43.5. The Dragons continue their prime possum, going to bed with prime possum. Can't win of a night time. That's now 11 in a row, night games. And I'll tell you what, they're starting to pain me, Hemi. I thought they'd at least put up a fight against the Cowboys. Cowboys at home with the form they're in were just always going to be tough, but we look a shambles from the very beginning in that game. Credit to the Cowboys, they look great and deserve the win, but I saw a tweet saying Ben Hunt is too good for the team and that we don't deserve him, and I have to agree. He legitimately looks like he's the only one trying sometimes. Our edges lack polish. Our forwards are pedestrian at times, but I don't know. I still want to back him this week. Can you talk me out of it?
No, I can't talk you out of it, mate. Good luck with that. You're not as bad as the Tigers. You can at least take a bit of solace from that. But got some stats here. The Bunnies have won their last 8 against the Red V. So that's going to be 9, I think, after this one.
Yep.
I feel like Johnson anytime is just like, you just got to get that in your same gamer at the moment. It just happens.
Yeah, it's just going to boost your price. If you just want, take the team with a start, just add him in because it's almost guaranteed.
$1.67, I think he is this week. So, better than kicking the pants.
Yep.
On the other wing, Tane Milne has scored in each of his last 3 games against the Dragons. $2.80 you're getting for him.
Yep.
If you're looking for one from the Dragons, Jaden still used to play with the Bunnies, didn't he?
Yes, last week. Yeah, last year, yep.
Yeah, so he against his old team. This is a bit of a niche stat here, but you're getting $6 for him anytime try scorer. So I'll throw it out there. He scored in 4 of his last 5 when the Dragons have been underdogs. So $6 for James Sewer.
Yeah. Scored last week too.
Yes. Yep. I'm not overly confident. I'd probably take those other wingers from the Bunnies. But if you want to have a little shot at the stumps, maybe Jaden Sewer.
Yeah, Dragons, just like you said, they've lost their last 8 straight, I think, or 7. Just 4 wins in their last 23 games against the Rabbitohs. Look, I'll be cheering on my team, but I just don't think I want to lay any money on the line here.
Yeah,
but
that's fair.
But yeah, last game they played 24-12, the Rabbits in round 5. I think we were in that match sort of all game. They scored late, so you look. But just I don't know. This is a bit of a coin flip here. I'm not sure where to go. I think, like I said, I'll be cheering on my team, but with no guarantees, basically. But yeah, look, try scorers. I had Tane Milne as well in his last 3 against the Dragons. Alex Johnson, I think, just look for some try scorers here, and I'm going with my gut. I'm going to stick with the Dragons, but with no real confidence.
Oh, jeez. Good luck.
Yeah, I know. I'm not putting money. I'm not, like I said, it's like I'm not confident, so I'm not going to whack. I'm just going to pick some try scorers, and I like Tane Mill, Alex Johnson, multi them up, get about $4, and just sort of sit back and enjoy the game. I can't back against my team. I can't do it.
You can't be doing that. Yeah, I'm with you there.
Manly Cowboys, first of the Friday night games. Cowboys minus 4.5, over 42.5. Big ins both here with DCE in. And Nenai and Cotter back for the Cowboys after their appearance in Origin a couple of weeks ago. Now, like we spoke about, Leilua heading to the Cowboys after release from the Tigers. Won't suit up this week, but talk about going from the outhouse to the penthouse here in less than a week. Is this going to be an old-fashioned barn burner or a mauling by the Cowboys, mate?
Well, I think there's going to be lots of points in it, Roasty. I think, very exciting sort of team, the Cowboys. The Sea Eagles are finding a few tries as well. Ola Kawatu been very good to us in recent weeks. 12 of the last 14 at 4 points have gone over the total points line, 42.5 points. Looking like a beautiful venue now as well with that stadium. I mean, the stand behind the post at the left, as you're looking at the screen on the left there, looks really good. So good on them for that. But I reckon, overs probably in this one. Ola Kawatu has been very good to us, $3.25 any time. That has pricked my ears up. And then Peter Hiku, good front runner, scored in his last 3 games when the Cowboys have started favourites, $3.40 anytime try scorer for Peter Hiku. So that's where I was looking at this one. What about you?
Look, with Manly, they've just had 3 wins in their last 8, but they were against the Tigers twice and the Warriors. So
doesn't count.
The Cowboys with just 1 loss in their last 9 games. So obviously, leaning towards the Cowboys here. The Cowboys have just conceded 16 second half points total in their last 9 games now. So that's like less than 2 points a game in the second half. It is. Tuolangi with 9 tries this year, 7 in his last 8. One of the 4 wingers right now. That's hard to leave out that sort of a try scorer in any Cowboys multi right now. Not keen on a Manly try scorer just due to the defence of the Cowboys, but I think Cowboys too strong here, minus 5.5. I'm going to add in Nanai and Tuolangi as try scorers. It gets me a $5.50 multi. I think that's where I'm going to play for this one, mate.
Yeah, you've almost talked me out of Ola Kawatu there, but I'll stick fat with him. He's been very good to us over a long period. So I take your point though. Very, very tight defence there for the Cowboys. And defence wins your premierships, they say. So they don't want to go the early crow, but they're in the mix, aren't they? The Cowboys.
Oh, 100%. And what did you say? You backed them you said the minor premiership many weeks ago at 26.
I think that gap's opened up a little bit now. So I don't know if they can. Don't know how confident I'm feeling on it, but the point is they're up there with there's a little bit of a chasm probably between the Storm and the Panthers and them.
Yeah,
but they're basically next cabs off the rank at the moment.
100%. So keep an eye. Look, I just think they're too strong here. They've done it resting Nanai and Cotter sort of last week and bringing them back in. They're fresh, ready to go. They'll get that one game. They'll go play Origin next weekend and then straight back. So I think they've managed that right, and I think they'll be on song this week. So I think that's the play for that one. Now the second Friday night game, Storm v Broncos. Storm minus 17.5, overs 42.5. I have to give credit to the Broncos, how tough they were last week. They lost Reynolds, Haas, Farnworth, and were without Cobbo and Staggs. Unbelievable effort. 7 in a row. Now sort of stuck up there in that top 4. However, they're going down to Mexico without Reynolds, without Farnworth. A lot of start, but not sure it's going to be enough here. Hemi, what about you?
Yeah, look, I just wondered whether that 17.5 start was a bit of a slap in the face to the Bronx. Who are they missing this week? Are they still missing Haas and Staggs?
No. So Haas and Staggs are in, but so Haas is. He's got both his shoulders now, some AC issues. They're missing Reynolds and Farnworth. So
gotcha. Yeah, they are big outs, I suppose. But I still think even without Reynolds, they actually showed that they could play some footy without him for a couple of weeks there. So I think I'm happy to take the Broncos at the line there. the 17.5 that it currently sits at. Pap's back. I noticed that he's there at $1.67 to score a try. Bit of a question mark. But...
yeah, so he's in the reserves. He may play. That'll be sort of a, whether he gets named like last minute. So just be wary of that one. Don't look at your multis too early, punters.
Yeah, I noticed he was back though, and the punters were getting a bit excited. But I think I'll probably look at Selwyn Cobbo, my man, $2.60 anytime.
Yep. I thought Hughes
into $10, by the way, to be the top try scorer for the season. Now that Oates is out, sorry, not Oates. Xavier Coates is out. So
Selwyn Cobbo's in the $10, is he?
He is.
Wow. Got a few tries off his belt. Hughes and Munster sort of took care of business last week against the Roosters. I think they're fired up this week after the appeal of the Kafusi elbow.
Yes.
I think they sort of hate being, quote, attacked, unquote, by the media. So I think, they love sort of firing up after these sort of things. I think it's going to be a big FU sort of game by the Storm. I think they win big here. I'll take him 13 plus. 17.5 a little bit iffy, but I think 13 plus. I chuck Olam and Grant to score at 7.25. I think Grant's been playing very well, and I think he gets over here. And Justin Olam, I think he gets over as well. So they're my try scorers.
Lovely.
First of the Saturday games, mate. Sharkies v Titans now. Sharkies minus 13.5, over 43.5. Game is in Coffs Harbour. I said last week I would take the Titans for the next 3 weeks as they owe me. I want to apologise for my statements made and would like to change the thought process. It was wrong.
I told you.
They owe me, but I'm willing to wipe the debt clear and move on. Yep. They are terrible. Now in last spot. A little bit of I suppose, a battle there for the wooden spoon. Sharkies on the other hand.
Four-way split down there at the moment. Tigers, Titans, who else got their Warriors,
Bulldogs,
and the Dogs. But I think the Dogs, they'll get clear this week, probably after rolling.
You would think, not having a look at the schedule, but if the Bulldogs come up against any of those other sides in the bottom four, they're winning every game.
Well, we are basing that off one game, but I think it's probably enough.
I'll get onto them in a little while, but they've scored more points in their last 4 games under Mick Potter than they did in their first 10 games under Trent Barrett.
Huge.
Yeah, that is so I think it's like 98 to 96. So
yep,
good on that. Yeah, last week a little bit of an anomaly, but look, I think they're starting to string together some a decent performances. So we'll get into that in a sec though. Sharkies on the other hand here, despite not stringing 2 wins back to back since round 4 and 5, they still sit nicely in 5th spot there. Just 1 win outside the top 4. Do you give the Titans here a chance?
No, I don't. I had the same note there about the fact they're on the bottom of the ladder. I had a big capital letters LOL there as well.
Yep.
Sharkies won their last 7 against the Titans. It will be 8 after this. The line's 13.5. I could see them eclipsing that. The Sharkies, and Talakai served me well last week. Anytime try scorer, so I've got him in there as well at about $2.10.
7 straight for the Sharkies against the Titans.
Yeah.
Sione Katoa, mentioned him, and Renato Mulatalo have both scored in their last 2 games together. And the 2 games before that, they split. So one was Sione, one was Ronaldo. So you add them in a multi here, along with the Sharks 13 plus, gets you a measly 330.
Oh, jeez.
I know, which is terrible. I'll tip the Sharks to cover the start. I think their form, the wingers, I think they're going to carve up a bit here. So I'm actually going to take them for 2+ tries each. So I think the Sharkies 13 plus into Katoa and Mulatalo to score 2 tries each, and it's going to give me 15.25.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Look, I just think, they're playing pretty well though. Like when they're winning, they play well. I think they win here, and I think they win well, and I think they will get a couple of tries each. A bit bold, but hey, when like I said, you take them 13 plus with those 2 try scores, only get you 330. You got to try and boost it up somehow, and I think they're going to aim to go through them. So
you're going to think outside the box a bit, Roasty. Well done.
A little bit.
Very good.
Next one, Warriors v Panthers. Panthers minus 24.5, over 42.5. There could be some big blowouts here this week, looking back across these games, but Warriors $10 to win head to head. Now, former coach Tony Kemp, he said on radio the other day that the Panthers could put 100 on him here, and it's hard to disagree. Just a side note, $14 for the Panthers, 51 plus. If anyone's looking to be bold,
51 plus.
Yes, wow. Yeah. The overs are a good bet here just for the Panthers. They scored, 42 last week, so 42 and a half. Excited as hell to see young half Ronald Volkman get a start here for the Warriors, coming from the Roosters, starting at 6. However, I think it could be a bit more of a nightmare for him than a dream debut. No Aiken for the Warriors and Yo back for the Panthers. We loading up on try scorers here, mate?
Yeah, we are. And in fact, I am taking a little bit out of your playbook that you just mentioned about the Sharkies, where they had both their wingers scored 2+.
Yep.
When they played against the Warriors. And I think maybe the Panthers wingers might have a little bit of that. Taylor May, $3.30 to score 2 or more. Brian To'o, $3.70, 2 or more. Together, $11 for those blokes to get 2 or more. So that's where my head was sort of at with that one. Panthers win easily, 13+. They've won their last 5 away games by 13+. Only get to $1.25, but could be a good little anchor in a multi there or something like that. I might even beef up this little same game a bit, because I think this is one where we're going to see Kikau score as well. So if you go Kikau, both those wingers to get 2 or more, $24.50.
Wow. Look, I'm going to be staying alive with the back 5 is what I'm calling this one. I'm going to go Edwards, May, Tago, Crichton and To'o to all score for the Panthers. So the back 5, and that's going to be paying $18.25. I'm with you. I think, the wingers could be, again, 2+. You look at like May and Tago down that left side. But I don't know. I just think they might get a chance to throw the ball around a bit here, share it around, and I like all the back 5 to get over.
Lovely. Gamble responsibly, but that could 100%. Be a bit of a try scoring fill up that one.
Yeah. Look for some try scorers there to boost up any multi. Now Eels v Roosters. Eels -1.5, over 41.5. Both teams coming off a loss. However, with that, what's that saying? One loss was not like the other. Roosters went down a tough match against the Storm, while the Eels just absolutely pummeled by a team that was coming last. Horrific for punters that game. Luke Keary was named, but likely won't start due to concussion. I'm not sure. There, so keep an eye on that one. Roosters getting the wood over the Eels a few weeks ago, round 10, I think it was. Do you see it going the same way here, Hemi?
Do. How the hell are the Eels favourites after last week is my first note that I've got here, particularly given the Chooks have won 6 of their last 7 against Parramatta as well. I am thinking Chooks heads ahead and Suwali any time for me at $2.05. A lot of these wingers who have been in and around the Blues squad sort of showing how good they are, staking a bit of a claim. They've been pretty good in the last couple of weeks. So I think he is my man there. I think Tupou, I don't think he plays game 2. I think either the Fox is in or because there's a few factors there, isn't there? He's either going to play for Tonga, or they're just going to go a different way. You can't keep the Fox out of there given how he's been going. So, I think Suwali was my try scorer there.
The thing with the Fox, he was left out due to form, right? And if you look at the 4 wingers right now, he scored 5 tries in his last 2 games. So since then, what has he done? He's done everything to get back in. So, mate, if he leaves him out of game 2, you almost just give up. Not that he's he's a bit of a game breaker, but he's not the reason we lost or anything like that. But for me, we spoke about it in the Origin preview that he's a morale guy, right? He comes in, brings up morale, and I think that hurt him. But hey, we can keep going on there. But you mentioned Suwali. He has scored. He scored a double last time they played, and 7 tries in the last 7 games in the NRL. So $6.50 to score 2+ in this one. Don't mind that. Roosters, they've won 6 of the last 7 against the Eels, and they've actually won 15 from their last 19. Decent record recently. I think the Eels will be hurting after that loss last week, and if Keary misses out, they are a chance. I think for me it's a tough one. I'm going to go either team by 6 or less here at 270. One of our try bets that we love. And I think it's just a play just to, a bit unsure of what will happen here. Sort of sit back and just watch both teams go at it. Sam Walker, he scored in his last 2 against the Eel. Great value at $6.50. But yeah, I think, hard to say who wins this. Eels could bounce back, very unpredictable. The Eels are a type of team to do this. They'll lose against a bottom team and then come out and fire against a top team. So danger game for me. So that's why I'm going the try bet. I think I'll just sit back and enjoy a good close game.
I love it. It's a great bet, Roasty. We crap on about it a lot on this show, but you're just essentially cheering a good close game, and you're always going for the team, coming second as well. So
yeah.
It's good way to go about your footy. Good positive punting, which you like.
100%.
Yeah.
Raiders v Knights on Sunday. First of the Sunday games. Raiders minus 10.5, over 40.5. Every week there is one game I go, don't bet. And I think punters agree with me here that I think it's this game. Raiders v Knights. Everything screams Raiders to win and win big. Yeah.
To quote one of our favourites, I disagree.
Really?
I think the Milk have won 4 of their last 6 games, and the 2 losses were against the Broncos and the Eels, 2 top 4 sides. I think the Raiders win this one. They should do it comfortably, I think. Yep. But yeah, I'll take him head to head. Jack Whiten, $2.40, anytime try scorer, interests me. I always find running sort of halves against the Knights, who are a bit of a rabble, always a chance of a try. But at the same time, if you're looking for one from the Knights, maybe Dom Young at $2.70. Those were the 2 try scorers that stood out to me. But I do think the Raiders win this game, Roasty.
I do think so too. I just, there's times when you go to the Raiders, you think, they should win this and win big, but they, somehow might get pumped by 20. And it's just, they're a type of team to do that. But I think Sunday Arvo, we spoke about when the Roosters went down. They're a bit chilly on a Sunday in Canberra. I can't even say it properly. And I think they get the job done here. They weren't bad against the Broncos last week, but they just had too many errors, missed tackles, didn't help them. And I really, they should have put away the Broncos, but they only lost by 6 points. And I think the Knights, they gave up 42 points. I think it's like what have I got here? 7 times this year they've given up 30 points in a match. So, yeah, the Knights not going too well. I think the Raiders win. I'll take them 13+. I'm going to go a roughie for try scorer as well.
Okay.
I only scored 1 try this year. He's paying $6.75 to do so. He's been in some really good form the last month, and that's Joey Tarpany. I think it's his week. Sunday feeling. Raiders have had a few big boppers score this year. I think it's his week. Elliot Whitehead at 4.30, Adam Elliott at 5.30, good value as well. But yeah, I'm sticking with Joe Tarpany at $6.75.
Lovely. Gamble responsibly and go Milk.
Go Milk. Last game.
Yep.
Do you want to talk about this one, mate? Bulldogs v Tigers.
Not particularly.
Dogs minus 1.5, over 40.5. We see the Dogs go back to back here.
I think, sadly, yes. I've got danger game for Tigers with several exclamation marks there. Block capitals as well. However, maybe a little saving grace here. The Dogs have lost their last 10 at CommBank Stadium. So he's hoping they just lose their minds when they get out there again. And that can help the Tigers. But I'm not confident at all. Coaches leaving, players leaving. It's all the wheels have fallen off at the moment, unfortunately. Could almost be a Dogs 13+ job here.
Yeah,
$3.90. Based on what we saw last week. The Fox 2 or more tries will get you $4.30. Or the Fox for the first try, very short, this $7.75. But given how he's been going, bit of a man with a point to prove, towed up a pretty good team last week. Very, very worried as a Tigers fan this week.
Yeah, look, like I said before, that they have scored more points under Mick Potter, which is just 4 games, than Barrett this year, 10 games. So it's 98-96. Feel like the Dogs have sort of been awoken here. Awoken. Can't speak this morning. Fox in form, like we said, 5 tries in the last 2. I think he adds a couple here as well. I'm with you on that one. I'm doing what I'm calling a double trouble bet for this one. Matt Burton and Fox to score a try at $4.50. I think they've been going well. They've been combining well. I think Matt Burton gets a chance to run the footy a bit more here, and I think he gets over. Adam Dewey. Very excited to see Adam Dewey get back from his ACL injury. Champion bloke. Interested to see what role he plays off the bench there. It's just a bit of a roving role, or he goes in the centres there, or what the play is. I think the Dogs are a good chance here. Come out firing. They'll get a different result to their round 11 match against the Tigers. Yep. They lost that one. But yeah, Matty Burton, Fox to score. If you want to add Fox with 2+ with Burton, I'll give you 11.75. But I think I like Burton, Fox to get one each. Dogs 13+ at 10.25 as a multi. So
our times have changed. I think 2 weeks ago, Fox 2+ and Burton got you about $45. Now it's 11.
I know, Jesus. Crazy.
Yeah.
But that is our games. Hopefully we all enjoy some great footy over the weekend, mate. What are your trifecta for us?
I do have a little trifecta. I am thinking, and I'm just going a little bit straighter down the line this week. I'm going a bit more conservative, but I think Brian To'o gets one. $1.57. The Fox, very short, $1.67. And going back to when the Souths playing against your mob, Alex Johnson at $1.67 as well. So those together, they get you $4.40. Just build a bit of a bank up. I think I've probably played a few extravagant shots with my trifecta over the last few weeks. I want to get that back on track. I'm happy with my same gamers on some of the other games. You had two $11 winners there last week out of what I brought to the table. So let's just get the trifecta right. Get to the end of our sets and see if we can come away with the 2 points. What about you,
mate? Some great footy cliches there. Look, I didn't do my research. Didn't do my research properly this week. I didn't do a trifecta, so I'm not going to just quickly throw one together here. But if you go back through our tips for the rounds, each game, have a look at some try scorers there. Work out your own trifecta and maybe tag us in the comments. Let us know. Send us what your trifecta is this week. If you the best ones we'll share if you get up. So let's get the punters involved here.
You probably could go. I reckon you went both wingers to get 2 or more for which game was that for the Sharkies? So maybe if you're going Mulatalo, Katoa, and Fox. I think you
Fox probably all to get 2+.
Oh, wow.
You reckon?
Double trifecta.
Imagine that. I'd probably stick with that. Or even like the Panthers game. Chuck in Tago, May, to score a try there. They're very short, but you chuck them in a trifecta multi and you get, like we said, if you go conservative, you're looking at $4 or $5 and you've got something to sort of follow the whole round. So,
of that.
But yeah, mate, the wheel.
Let's do it. For those who are experiencing the wheel for the first time, it is to settle our lock of the week. As the name would suggest, we are going to choose a lock from the team that to the player in the number 13 jersey. Whoever the wheel lands on, we will all back that number 13 very responsibly, of course, just to get around the big boppers because we love them here on the show. We are ahead, I think. If we'd backed it every week, you'd be ahead at the moment. We had Corey Harawira and Naira. Who else have we had?
Cam McInnes. So I think we're ahead until about round 18.
Yep.
So
trust in the wheel. That's all we'll say.
Put the faith in the wheel. It's now spinning, Hemi.
Here we go.
Hopefully you've got the teams up.
I got him.
Oh, it's coming to the Cowboys. So I don't think we need to even go there. I think it's Ruben Cotter back after a week off.
It's not. It's Jason Taumalolo.
Oh, there you go. Yep.
At 13. So I'll quickly pull that game up, see what he's coming in at. The Wrecking Boy. He probably hasn't scored as many tries as I would have thought, expected him to this season, but he's coming in at this game, $8.50, Jason Taumalolo, to score at any stage. So get around him.
Get behind the wheel. Yeah. Put faith in the wheel and get me honest. 100%.
Yeah.
Mate, I think we've wrapped up. We're done.
Absolutely. Well,
what a show.
Have a great weekend, Roasty.
You too, mate.
Good luck with it. Hopefully we can back it up with a couple of, I love the value there in a couple of those same gamers. So if you get one or two of those to get up over the course of the weekend, we're in a good spot.
We are. Yep. Hopefully get a few winners early and give us some good feeling going into the rest of the weekend. And
as you mentioned, some potential big blowouts there as well. So have a bit of fun with your try scores responsibly.
Yes.
But
I think like Storm, Shark, Sharks and Panthers all on Friday and Saturday night. You're looking some decent try scorers there.
Yep, absolutely you are. Hopefully, if you Tigers queue up as well and have a crack.
Yeah, good luck with that one, mate. You've got about as much chance as the my Dragons.
Yeah, I was going to say glass houses, mate. Have a good weekend, Roasty. Gamble responsibly, and we'll catch you next week, team.
You too, legend. Talk soon, guys.
Bye.